welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone's new year is going really well. Mine is. And that's kind of the reason why I wanted to do this video, because last year I was in a very negative state of mind, and that is not like me whatsoever. I've always been very positive. So for me to go through that, it really kind of just brought me down. And I've been looking at YouTube videos about how to stay positive and all that kind of stuff, and I wanted to actually make one too, because I want my content to be something that I would watch. So I just decided to make this video. So if you would like to learn how to be more positive in your daily life, keep watching. The first step to being more positive is to vent to somebody. If you're going through a stressful time, whether it just be school, work, home, anything, talk to somebody about that. Talk to your friends, your parents, your coworkers, just anybody, and just vent it all out. And you will feel so much better after you do that. The second thing to being more positive is to utilize books, YouTube videos, quotes, just anything that has inspiration for you to be more positive, and maybe put it on like your mirror or your door or your wallpaper on your phone. Just anything that you will look at it all the time, put it there, and it'll inspire you to be more positive. The third step to being more positive is to figure out when you start to slip. Once you figure out when you start to go from being a very positive person to being a very negative person, like when somebody you don't like you see and you just kind of get like a feeling. I don't know how else to describe that, but when you just start feeling stressed out or whatever, just take a step back, breathe in, breathe out, and just bring back those positive vibes, whether it's just looking at the quotes that you thought of or just anything. Just take a step back and breathe, and you'll be fine. The fourth step to being more positive is to change up your routine, whether it's getting up early in the morning, going for a run when you don't normally run, just anything that you can change up, change it, and you'll find that doing that, it'll make you feel more motivated to be more positive. Because when you go through the same routine every single day, it's kind of boring and you just get into a slump. Whereas if you change it up, you kind of get into an upbeat mood about it. So I just kind of like that. I mean, I don't know about you, but that's kind of what I enjoy. The fifth step to being more positive is to, every time you go to bed, think about 10 things that you're grateful for, and just keep thinking about those 10 things as you fall asleep. And when you wake up in the next morning, you're gonna feel so much better about yourself, and it kind of eliminates thinking negatively when you go to bed, because I know I do this. Whenever you go to bed, you always think about what stresses you out in your daily lives, you know, what's going on. It makes you really negative, and it makes you, when you wake up in the morning, it's kind of like, ugh, I don't want to get up, and you don't want to deal with those things. But when you think about the 10 things that you're grateful for, by the time you wake up in the morning, you remember those 10 things, and it kind of makes you feel better about getting up in the morning and getting started with your day. The sixth step to being more positive is to use affirmation. When you're going about your day, if you start thinking negatively, like, oh, I don't want to do that, I can't do this, I can't do that, it brings your mindset into a negative one, and you don't want that. So what you want to do is, instead of saying, I don't want to do this or I can't do that, say, today my day is going to be productive. I'm going to do something that I haven't tried before, and I'm going to like it, or just whatever it may be. Just use affirmation to change your mind to be more positive. The seventh step is something that I've come across I didn't really care for before, and that's meditating. I never really wanted to meditate or really cared to, because every time I would try, my mind would just get so jumbled up, I couldn't think straight. But I got this app called Headspace. This is not sponsored, by the way. I wish I would be sponsored by them. That would be really cool. But just download Headspace, and it basically gives you a couple of videos that you can click through throughout your day, where you just sit there and just listen to the voice, because it calms you down, it tells you what to do, and it really eases your mind and makes your day a whole lot better. Like if you do it in the morning time, which is when I like to do it, it kind of makes your day more calm and where you can focus on other things. The eighth thing to being more positive is to have a backup plan, and this kind of goes along with my first step, which was talk to somebody. Have a backup plan whenever you do these things that I'm talking about. If they don't work, then have the backup plan, and then talk to a friend, coworker, parent, just anybody, and just tell them what's stressing you out, what's putting you into that negative mindset. And after you do that, you're most likely going to feel so much better. The 9th thing to being more positive is to be patient with yourself. Don't just think, oh, I can get up in the morning and do this and be more positive, and then one thing happens and it ruins your whole entire plan to be positive, and it just puts you into the negative mindset. Be patient. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a while for you to really get back into a positive mindset and stay that way. You just gotta, and things happen. Things happen to where they might upset you or just put you into a negative mindset, and that's okay. As long as you know you're a positive person, that's all that really matters. The 10th thing to help you be more positive is to make positive thinking a habit instead of something that you're trying to do. Because when you try to do something, more than likely you're going to fail at it, and then it's going to make you really upset, and it's going to put you back in that negative mindset. So instead of saying, oh, I'm going to try to be more positive, make it a habit. Make it a day-to-day thing where you wake up in the morning, whether it's you set an alarm to say, hey, have a great day, be positive, just whatever. Just make time in the morning or before you go to bed to think positive and think about positive things, because when you do that and you make that a habit, going throughout your day just with a positive attitude will be no big deal after you start doing that. And finally, tip number 11, think big. Think about all the details in your life and just think about big positive things that you can do towards your goals or just whatever you want to do in life. And if you just think big positive things, you'll eventually get to where you want in life. Well, that is it for today's video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Comment down below for more video ideas, and I will see you guys in the next video.